Yesterday, the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds flew over our area to give a salute to and to honor the COVID-19 first responders and healthcare workers. Today, we want to honor our very own CVC heroes who are first responders and healthcare workers. They've been putting their lives on the line in the last number of weeks, and we want to honor them today and give you a chance to pray for them and hear their stories.
We created this high-risk team that particularly targets heart failure patients. I manage a team usually of about 40 to 50 patients.
Well, I'm a firefighter for the city of Sandy Springs.
So I work I'm a cardiac ICU nurse practitioner, and I work in the critical care unit in a local hospital. And we take care of patients who are critically ill. And a big part of our job is working with the families.
I am employed in a hospital. So even though with school, they took us out of the hospital, as an employee, I still am in the hospital. So I work at 2 different hospitals.
But then COVID hit and changed it all.
Golly, I mean, it sounds like intense to begin with and at risk to begin with. So what changed? What happened when you started seeing COVID?
We, as a agency, had to come up with what is our plan to take these patients, because we can't just send every nurse out to see them. I said, you know what, I will take the COVID patients. Like, I will take them all. And they were like, really? And I said, yes. But really, when I looked at it from the lens of, you know, what would Jesus do? Jesus ran toward the lepers, not away from the lepers. So I was like, well, that's what I want to imitate Jesus. So let me do what Jesus did. I am now our only COVID nurse. So it's a wild ride.
If it wasn't a fire, a car wreck, or a cardiac arrest, we were not going on it. So those calls were cut out. So we were averaging 3 to 4 per shift of the confirmed COVID calls. Most of them were coming out of nursing homes. We have one particular that is a hotspot, and they've had, as of right now, they've had 19 confirmed cases.
But it's just been really hard to see families isolated from their loved ones, and patients isolated from their families. It's been hard to watch.
On one of the units that I work on, it's the designated COVID-19 unit at the hospital. We wear full PPE, which is personal protective equipment is what that stands for. And that's what we wear. And it's really uncomfortable to wear. And then we have to wear it for 12 hours. So that's like honestly been the biggest switch, is having to wear that the whole time. Like, we've never had to do anything like that before.
Obviously, this affects your work life, but now it's spilling over to your home life and everything else that you do. How does it affect you personally?
You know, I worked a lot before, probably somewhere in the 40 to 60 hour range. That's bumped that up to 60 to 80 hours. I now work 6 to 7 days a week. And so personally, like, it's changed a lot of things. It's changed like how much time I have to do other things. You know, I've really felt the strain and struggle of the weight of what we're doing. You know, like, I have to watch, like, when did I eat lunch? Because I can't go to the bathroom in the middle of my day. Like, once I'm seeing COVIDs, I can do nothing else but see COVIDs and come home. And so it has changed a lot. Like, it's been a lot more stress than I really anticipated it being.
This has been a really tough time for our family. We haven't seen Dave's kids in 6 weeks. And so that's been really tough. It's been a challenge. It's been hard not having our whole family together, and missing that time together, and not knowing when that's going to end. So
how can we pray for you?
You know, just for me and all of the healthcare people, really just, you know, for that perseverance and endurance. Like, and that was what God really showed to me 2 nights ago. And so really, it's just that we would have that perseverance and strength, because it is exhausting. Like, by 4 o'clock every day, I'm just utterly worn out. So just pray that, you know, we would have energy and perseverance to get through this, as well as just have, you know, very clear heads, because there isn't room to mess up. You know, messing up means I get, you know, incredibly sick.
Prayer that, you know, that when we go on shift, and just that we can do our day-to-day job and continue to serve people and help people, but to be able to come home to our families and continue to be healthy and safe, and not, you know, just so that we're not exposed, you know, to the point where we're sick?
I think the biggest thing is just to feel peace and hope, because I think in the situation, even it's been, this virus isolates. He is not a God of isolation, but that he is a God of hope and a God of peace and a God of restoration. Continue to pray for health.
Just continued protection is like a huge thing, and just that this would all end soon and life would go back to normal is a huge prayer, because I would love that.